Hi students, welcome to today's video. Today we will discuss block of statement, if-else if ladder, then nested if statement. Okay, so since many days we were learning the categories of if statement. So there are many categories: simple if-else if, then the next one is if-else if ladder. As you can see here, the third one is if-else if ladder, then the last one is nested if statement. So before learning if-else if ladder, we can have a look at block of statements. So block of statement means usually you are writing a class. Okay, so you are writing a class, suppose class A. So this class contains several statements such as public static void main. We are writing public static void main. Then in public static void main we are writing if, isn't it, with the condition. So see here, you can see here we are opening an open brace and we are closing a brace. Here we are opening a brace, here we are at the end we are closing a brace. So the statements, if we have any statement in between this open brace and close brace, that will consider as a block. Okay, so this is known as a block. So to make block we need this open brace and closing brace. Together we can say braces. So braces will create block. So if there is statements inside that block, we can say block of statements. That is known as block of statement. So the classes usually needs this open brace and closing brace. Similarly methods, suppose main method, public static void main, that we are declaring the main method. That main method also needed this a block of statement, isn't it? Because if statement will be inside the main method. So if statement is in the block of main method. So as you can see here, this one is the outer block, isn't it? This one is the outer block, and we can say this is a block. And see this, the second block means the block for main method, that is the inner block or called sub block. So this is the sub block for this main block, isn't it? Then in with the if, usually with if we are writing only one statement, isn't it? Suppose it may be an print statement, SOP hi or SOP hello. If condition is true, the statement 1 will be executed, else statement 2. Like that if-else is working, or simple if also working, isn't it? We are adding only one condition, one statement, suppose a print function. When this condition is true, this SOP system.out.println will be executed. When this condition is false, this will not execute and will execute the statement 2. So what I want to say is, we are only adding one statement for if and else, isn't it? If you want to execute multiple statements in if and else, what will happen? What we want to do? We need to make block for if and else, isn't it? Suppose if 5 greater than 10. When this condition is true, we need to execute two statements. SOP 5 is greater. Okay. Suppose we want to execute, when this condition is true, we want to execute two statements. Let it be SOP 5, okay, then SOP 10. This we need to execute when this condition is true. So usually we are adding only one statement with if. If you want to add two statements, what we want to do, we need to make a block of statement. We need to make a block. So in this block there are two statements. So when this condition is true, this two statement will be executed because of the block. Then in else also we can, if you want to execute two statements, is possible. SOP 10, SOP 5. Okay. So if we are not adding the block, the first statement, this first SOP 10 will only be considered as the body of else. If we make a block, so compiler will consider the two statements are the part of the else. Okay, so that's how we can make block of statement. Sometimes in some situations we may need to print or we may need to execute multiple statements when the condition is true. Here we may need to add more than 2 or more than 5 statements when the condition is true. Similarly, when the condition is false, we may need to execute more than 5 or 10 statements when the condition is false. So at that time we will make the use of block. Students, I hope you could understand what is block. Then we can discuss if else if ladder. So in simple if, we were only checking one condition. So if condition, isn't it? If condition is true, one statement will be executed. In what about if else? In if else, we were checking only one condition. Okay, so if condition is true, one statement will be executed. Else, otherwise means when the condition is false, else part will be executed. In this situation also we are checking only one condition. So what we will do if we want to check multiple conditions? So in such situations we are using if else if ladder. So the syntax you can see here, if condition, okay, if condition 1, then statement 1 will be executed. Okay, then secondly we need to check another condition, condition 2, statement 2. Okay, then third condition will be checked in the next else if, condition 3, statement 3. Okay, then last one will be else. So with the else we are not adding any condition. Okay, so this is the syntax of if else if ladder. Students, you can see how many conditions are there. 1, 2, 3. 3 conditions are there. So if we want to check, if we want to compare or evaluate more than one condition, we are using else if ladder. Okay, see, condition 1, when the condition 1 is true, when the condition 1 evaluates to true, statement 1 will be executed. Otherwise statement 1 will be skipped and compiler will check the, JVM will check the condition 2. Okay, so when the condition 2 is true, statement 2 will be executed. When the condition will evaluates, when the condition 1 is false, then only condition 2 will be evaluated. Okay, when the condition 2 is false, condition 3 will be evaluated, and if the condition 3 is true, statement 3 will be executed. And when all conditions are false, when these 3 conditions are false, the else part will be executed. Okay, so any number of conditions we can check using else if ladder. For example, how will you find out your grade? If your mark is greater than, if your mark is greater than 90 and less than 70, 50, then 50, 40. Okay, so if your mark is in between 90 and 70, you will get A grade. If your mark is greater than 90, you will get A plus, isn't it? A plus grade. And if your mark is between 70 and 50, you will get B grade. If your mark is in between 50 and 40, you will get C grade. Below 40, you will get D grade. So here in this situation, we need to check multiple conditions. In the first situation, we need to check our mark is greater than 90. In second situation, we need to check our marks belongs to 90 and 70. Here we need to check marks belongs to 70 and 50. So in this program, we need to check multiple conditions. So in this condition or in these situations, we need to check for multiple conditions, isn't it? So here we can make the use of if else if ladder. So students, here we can see an example. So program 9.9 in page number 175. You can go to that page and you can check the corresponding program. So here is the program. So this program will check for the same. Okay. So see, here we are using a simple else if else statement. Means we are only checking one condition. So this program shows we can make block in if and else. So this program is the example of making block of statement. So usually we are making a block. See, these two braces are selected. That is the main block because that is the class. And see, this is the sub block. Sub block is the main method. The block of main method is the sub block. Inside there is another block for if. Okay. Then similarly for else also. Then see how many statements we are executing here when the condition of the if is true. 2 statements. Okay. So these 2 statements will be executed when this condition is true. When this condition is false, the second group of statements will be executed. So when these 2 statements will be executed, when the total mark is greater than 80, greater than or equal to 80, it will print you did pass, well done. When the total mark is less than 80, okay, at that time these 2 statements will be skipped and the block of the if will be executed. And this block contains 2 statements. So that 2 statements will be executed. Not only 2 statements, any number of statements you can add here. Okay, any number of statements. All those statements will be executed. So we can just run this program. So program 9.9 it is asking the value for total mark. So we can give 90. So definitely if the students has got 90 mark, definitely he would have passed, isn't it? Passed the exam. So we can click OK. So see, it is printing you did pass, well done. So for the first 2 statements executed, these 2 statements, then we can give a value less than 80. So we are giving 50. Okay. So see, you did not pass, try harder next time. So the next 2 statement or the block of the else is executed. So this is how we can add block for if and else. Okay. So students, program 9.10 will check for the season. As we know, we have different seasons in a year. Okay. In a year there are 4 different seasons such as summer season, rainy season, winter and spring. So we will find out the corresponding season. So what will be the input of this program? Input will be the month number. So suppose if you are giving the month number 10. So if you are giving month number 10 to this program should print winter season because month number 10 belongs to winter season. If the input is 4, so it should print summer season because the 4th month is in summer season. So like that to perform, so we are using this program. So suppose we are giving the value 5. So the value of the month will be 5. So what will happen? Each conditions will be checked. So firstly, condition of the if will be checked. So condition of the if is month equal to 4, logical or month equal to 5, logical or month equal to 6. For logical or, if any of the condition evaluates to true, suppose here three conditions are here. Okay, month 4, month equal to 4. This first expression month equal to 4 will be false. Okay, then logical or month equal to 5, value of month is 5, so that equals to 5. So the month equal to 5, that expression is true. Then checking the next expression, month equal to 6, value of month is 5, so value of month not equal to 6, so that's it, that expression also false. So we have one false, one true and another false. So what will happen if a logical operator has one false and one true? So that logical operator gives true result. Okay, so output of this logical operator is true. So that true will be given to the second logical operator. So this second logical operator has one true and one false. So this second logical operator also give true result. So what will happen? The entire expression, this entire expression will give true result, which means we can execute the corresponding body. So the corresponding body is in this, the statement 11. So statement 11 will be executed and remaining all statements will be skipped, including else. So that's how if else is working. So what it will print? Summer season. So we can give the value 5 to this program. So we are giving 5. So it should print summer season. Okay. See, it is printing summer season. So we can give another value. So here we are going to give the value 3. So March. So March is in spring season. So it should print spring season, means this statement should be executed and the remaining statement, all the statements should be skipped. So we are giving the value 3. So the variable month will get the value 3 and executing all these statements. So all these expression will be true, means here it will be, sorry, not true, will be false. All these expression will be false. So logical operator definitely will give false result. So this entire expression will give false result. So this statement will be skipped, and this also, there is no 3. So this entire statement is false, and then checking condition 3, then condition 3 is also false because value of the month is 3. Then coming to the last else if, so here we have the month value 3. Here checking this expression month equal to 2. So this expression will be, the first expression will be false. Okay. Then logical OR operator, this logical OR operator, then month equal to 3. Actually value of month is 3. So definitely this statement will be true, isn't it? So this logical operator has one false and one true. So definitely this logical operator will give true result. So what we can say? We can say this entire expression is true, means condition of this else if is true. We can execute body of the corresponding else if. So this statement will be executed and it will print spring season. Okay. So what will happen? If this condition is true, it will print else also, and the remaining body also will be skipped and will execute only this statement. Okay. So we can see what is the output. Okay. So executing program 9.10 once again, we are giving the value 3. Okay. See, it is giving spring season. So what will happen if we give a value other than a month number? Suppose there is only 12 months. If you are giving 15, so there is no month number like 15. So we are going to execute. So invalid month, it is printing invalid month, where we have written invalid month with the else part. So we can understand, when the month has the value 15, all these conditions will be false, and if there is else part, the body of the else will be executed. So like that, if else if ladder is working. I hope you could understand. So students, we can discuss the remaining programs in the next video. I hope you could understand if else if ladder. If you have any doubt, you can ask doubt. You can just ping me on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you.